Now, we know everybody pretty much has a story. You are not going to believe the story of our next guest. An unbelievable tale of redemption. Overcame addiction, overcame a life of crime, and went on to do what? Play a criminal on TV, on hit TV shows like Major Crimes to Blue Bloods. And he's talking about it all in his new book. It's called The Gangster's Guide to Sobriety, My Life in 12 Steps. Details how he overcame his tumultuous past. Let's bring in now actor, author, Richie Stephens. My man, did I get that about right?
That's a good summary, TJ.
That's a good summary. Okay, now the publisher put out the note describing you as former drug trafficker, kidnapper, drug addict, alcoholic, all-around criminal. What was your life like before you essentially got sober but ended up acting? But give us a little nugget of what your life was.
Well, it was pretty crazy, TJ. You know, I'm born and raised in Ireland. I started drinking really young and getting involved in drugs, and that led me to getting involved in all kinds of crimes. And yeah, it was pretty wild. I'm not proud of a lot of the stuff I've done, but I've come through it.
How did you said getting sober was key to getting out of that. How?
Yeah, because I was a coke addict and an alcoholic, and I got sober in 2010, and you know, my drug use and drinking led me to a life of crime. So when I got sober, I turned my back on all that stuff and decided to behave myself.
What was the moment for you? I mean, was it a rock bottom moment? It might have been one moment, or was it you hitting rock bottom? What did help look like for you when it comes to you? Or was it just you making a decision, I'm not going to do this anymore?
I basically just had enough of it. I was suicidal, you know, over multiple times down through the years, and, you know, just doing dangerous things, risking my life, and eventually, you know, I was a criminal, but I worked in construction too. I was a carpenter, and I worked with these other sober guys, and one of them, you know, he went to 12-step meetings, and he took me to my first meeting, and basically this guy saved my life.
Saved your life, and you ended up acting. Now, was that always something you wanted to pursue?
No, I had no intention of becoming an actor. When I was a kid, I did a little bit in Ireland, and, you know, after I got sober, I wanted to be a contractor, and I broke my back in a construction accident, and couldn't do any more of that kind of physical work, and lost my livelihood, lost all my money. And a girl that I knew, she suggested I should try modeling. And at that point I was 30, bite marks on my nose, this is a fake tooth. Didn't think I was model material, but I showed up for a casting call, and this guy came out and signed me, and I did like a little bit of modeling, you know, because it was something new to try, and it was legal, and you know.
It was legal.
Yeah, and I was on a modeling website, and this director saw me, and he was doing a gangster film, low budget kind of a thing. His name was Weston. He was a young director. He needed a German hitman, and he called me up. He says, "Don't take this the wrong way, but you have that look about you." So I was like, I didn't want to scare him, so I didn't tell him the truth, you know. So I took that one role, and I really enjoyed it. So then I was like, oh, I think I'll try this, and I went to acting schools and pursued it. And
but your acting teachers, they looked at you and they said you looked like what?
Yeah, I didn't decide I wanted to play gangsters on TV. Like, I just wanted to act. But when I took my acting class, Rob Zimmerman was the guy, and a good acting class will tell you what kind of roles you should play. And at the very start, they said, you look like a bad guy, you're going to play bad guys. And I said, okay.
What, you know what, does your former life, it has to inform the characters you play?
Well, yeah, obviously I've been in life and death situations, and I've met killers and bad guys, and I've been badly beaten many times. I've been in the hospital, and so yeah, I do have the real life experiences. Like the other guys who I'm probably competing against for roles, they're just imagining what it's like, where I really know what it was like.
To the book here for a second as we wrap, man. You look, so much of our audience and so much of us, we can't relate to being a gangster, and we can't relate to being an actor. But what can people relate to in the book, My Life in 12 Steps? No matter what background you're from, what can they get out of that? Well,
even if you're not an addict or the family of an addict, if you enjoy a good story, and if you have a dark sense of humor, you would enjoy it. Or it's a redemption story, you know. It's about somebody who stops misbehaving and changes his whole moral compass, and that's what happened to me.
Richie, it's an absolute pleasure having you here in studio. Congrats on the book and congrats on everything. And next week, the anniversary, right? 12 years. So congratulations there. And folks, we want you to know you can pick up a copy of The Gangster's Guide to Sobriety, My Life in 12 Steps. It is out everywhere that books are sold. Thank you so much, brother.
Thanks, DJ.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.